Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Canton Ice House for tonight's Tri-Valley League matchup between the visiting Dedham Marauders and your Westwood Wolverines. Before we get to tonight's game, it's a night to honor those boys that have been here for the last 3 or 4 years, our seniors, and to honor their parents as well for putting up with them, the early hours, and all the practices and everything else that goes with it. Gentlemen, you kept the streak alive once again, so congratulations to the senior class for being part of it all 4 years here at Westwood High School. And just make sure that the underclassmen understand they got to keep it going next year. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce to you all the seniors that are part of this year's team. Starting with team manager Thomas Warren, his parents Greg and Lori. Next we have a double play. Number 4, Josh McCabe, and his brother, team manager Luke McCabe, their parents Chris and Jen. Number 5, Seamus Rolfe, his parents Dan and Sam. Number 8, Jack Fallon, his parents Mark and Christine. Number 12, Luke Stacy, his parents Scott and Helena. Number 13, Connor Ryan, his parents Keith and Laura. Number 14, Brady Gray, his parents Brian and Ian. Number 22, Timmy Malloy, his parents Bart and Kathy. Number 31, John Quinn, his parents Sean and Pam. Number 45, Joel Salcido and his parents Alex and Janine. And now this year's captains. Number 1, Captain Jack Holland, his parents John and Kathleen. Number 15, Captain Sean Blomquist, his parents Scott and Sheila. And number 20, Captain Timmy Donovan, his parents Greg and Sue. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 seniors.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces. These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance. and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Good evening, Westwood, and welcome to the Canton Ice House for TVL Large Hockey tonight, the last TVL game for your Westwood Wolverines, taking on the visiting Dedham Marauders. And joined as always by Evan Cardamino. And Evan, tonight, there is something on the line that Westwood hasn't had an opportunity in the the last few years, I think dating back to 2019, an opportunity tonight to win a share of the TVL title.
Westwood looking to get their first TVL championship win, a share with Norwood since 2019, 6 years in the making. There's a lot on the line tonight, and let's talk about Dedham as well.
Yeah.
They're still in the running with a win tonight and
Yes.
a win against Hopkinton on Wednesday.
Yep.
They have a share of the TVL title, so both these teams competing for something here tonight big.
Absolutely.
Westwood also trying to improve their standings. I actually spoke to Matty Donovan before the game. I saw him while I was getting my Diet Coke before the game, and we got talking. He mentioned, they're trying to improve their spot in the rankings, get a couple home games. They haven't had a home playoff game in a few years, so
Been a bit.
even though Westwood's locked in the playoffs, make no mistake, this team is playing for something tonight, and so is it Dedham. Dedham's playing that crosstown rivalry. They want to get a win over Westwood. They lost 2-1 earlier this season. Very tight game, and coming in here trying to improve their playoff spots as well and see if they can get a share of the TVL championship with Norwood.
Absolutely, and you mentioned Norwood. Norwood was the last team that Westwood played here at home in the playoffs. It was an overtime winner, a very thrilling playoff game where this barn was packed to the brim and it got loud and everyone was on their feet very, very quickly. And as you mentioned, when it comes down to the particulars tonight, Dedham 7-4 on the 7-4 in the TVL, Westwood 8-4. So Dedham has two games counting tonight left in the TVL. Westwood, this being the last game in the TVL. Norwood's at 9-4, so they're done. They've already solidified a share of the TVL title. But with a win tonight by Westwood, they share it with Norwood, both 9-4. If Westwood beats Dedham, they're out. So it's just Westwood and Norwood as TVL large champs. But if Dedham wins, they're still in it. They'd have to beat Hopkinton, and they would share it with Norwood if they can win the next two. So, hey, you hold the keys to your own destiny. Go out and win. And you can't eat the whale in one bite. So go out and have a good shift. Get the things done that you need to get done. Go out, put pucks deep, get them on net, crash the net, bury pucks on rebounds. Got to be physical. It's that time of year where the team that is typically most physical and a combination of most talented is the team that makes the deepest run in the playoffs. And you gotta embrace it because the other teams are gonna come after you. So you might as well be the one that is setting that physical pace. So I'm excited about this tonight, Evan. This is a game that, I was there at the game earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win, as you mentioned, on January 8th. And a very chippy game, too. I'm expecting a physical and close game tonight as well. And we're going to send it down to ice level for the voice of Westwood boys and girls hockey, Bill Siebert.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Canton Ice House. Tonight's tri-valley league matchup between the visiting Dedham Marauders and your Wolverines. Here are tonight's starting lineups for Dedham. At left wing, number 24, freshman Julian Larrabee. At center, number 20, senior Tim Holton. At right wing, number 9, junior Dylan O'Connor. Starting on the bench, number 3, senior captain Nick Morello. And number 6, senior captain Brian Dunn. And starting it off for the Marauders, number 33, senior captain As this is our last regular season home game, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank team managers Thomas Warren as well as Luke McCabe for handling the warm-up music and the national anthem all game. Thank you, gentlemen. You've been a big help.
So welcome back, folks. It is senior night tonight, so we had a great pre-game festivity before the opening starting lineups being announced, where we honored the seniors for the Wolverines, and it was a terrific ceremony, being able to get an opportunity to get a picture with the parents, you know, and really recognize them for the contributions they've made for Westwood hockey over the last several years. The seniors being Jack Holland, Josh McCabe, Seamus Rolfe, Jack Fallon, Luke Stacy, Connor Ryan, Brady Dumais, Sean Blomquist, Tim Donovan, Tim Malloy, John Quinn, Joe Salcido, Luke McCabe, and Thomas Warren. So terrific contributions from them. There's a lot of guys too. You know, my goodness, when you look at the glass and all the different photos of the seniors there, it takes up nearly, you know, more than half of the semicircle behind the net. And we are underway here at the Canton Ice House. Dedham with the face-off win, throws it right into Westwood territory, and a big hit right off the bat. Josh McCabe setting the tone for the Wolverines. And the Den getting active, looking to get active early and often as the Den, always in the games, and Josh McCabe gave him a good reason to start early here at the Canton Ice House.
Well, you know, when I talked to Matty Donovan earlier today, he mentioned Dedham was a physical team today. You know, that was one of the things I talked about. I asked him, hey, what did you see the last time you played them? And he mentioned they're a physical team, and Josh McCabe taking that to heart and setting the tone early. Big
time. Josh McCabe, not only the hammer, he also, the reverse hits. When he's got the puck, kids are trying to lay the shoulder down on him, and it is an unfavorable matchup for them. You know, he is so physical that, and I talked to him the other day too, he said his shoulder is feeling 100%, so he's got all the confidence in the world about being as physical as he needs to be out there and setting that tone for the Wolverines.
That's true. The last time these two opponents faced, Westwood was facing some injuries early in that season.
Yeah.
McCabe, Timmy Malloy, and I don't remember if Nolan Lewis was injured by that point.
Nolan Lewis was injured as well. It was a big game. Matt Donovan and Dalton had big goals for the Wolverines. Dalton tied it up after Westwood went down early 1-0. Then Matt Donovan scored a big goal in the second period, put Westwood up 2-1. Westwood did a fantastic job closing that game out. So it's always a close matchup between these two teams in Dedham. And we got a turnover there on the stick of Dalton. Shot on net, turned away. It was a shot by Blaney. Great save there by Adeem. Puck goes up to the top of the point. Dumais not able to keep it in. Westwood's got to tag up. Dedham going to work it into the Westwood zone. Locklear sends it off to his forward on the left. Trying to send it towards the net, but great defense there by Dumais. Loose puck in the zone. Going to go off the glass is Blaney. Smart play, just get it out. Let your team regroup. Westwood has been doing a great job on the breakout. They've been moving their feet. That allows for clean breakouts, which turn into great offense. When you have a good breakout like this right here, you got some speed going through the neutral zone, and you can create some odd man rushes, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, which really make it difficult to defend when you got a team coming at you full speed and you can't slow them down. A puck at center ice. Rolfe able to get a stick on that, throws it in deep into Dedham territory. Westwood going in, chasing after it. And a great hit there, that was Blaney. Allows the puck to stay deep in Dedham's territory, and Westwood getting their forecheck going. Puck back at center ice. On the stick of Brian Sullivan, he was looking for Timmy Donovan, got deflected. Nolan Lewis going to send it in deep for Westwood. Matt Donovan on the forecheck. So tonight, the starting lineups, they started with 5 seniors for the Wolverines. So the forwards, Timmy Malloy, Timmy Donovan, Sean Blomquist on D, Brady Dumais, and Josh McCabe. And then since then, they've gone back to kind of their normal lines where we've been used to seeing Timmy Donovan, Matt Donovan, Nolan Lewis playing together. Got them back together right now. Starting lineups for Dedham, got Larrabee, Holton, O'Connell, Moreno, Dunn, and Adeem. Shot on net by Donovan, turned away by Adeem. That was a nice pad save there. Great rebound control too. Forced that rebound outside where there was no second effort on that rebound for the Wolverines. Timmy Donovan in on the forecheck, forces a pass up the far side. Dedham going to chip it out into center ice. Dumais pushes it forward to allow Westwood to come back and get a stick on it. Luke Martin with some speed on the outside. heading towards the net, holds on it, looking for a partner. He finds Blomqvist. Blomqvist to Timmy Malloy. He was looking to go through the legs, but able to still maintain the possession. And ends up on the stick of Sean Blomqvist. Missed on that connection with Luke Martin, and Dedham going the other way. Julian Larrabee gonna send it in deep, and Dedham's gonna do a wholesale changes on their end. Fengler advanced the puck and tried to send it in the Dedham territory. Dedham was able to get a stick on that. Sends it in to Westwood zone. Played by Holland. And a one pass there opportunity. Saved by Holland. Great save by Holland after a little miscommunication by the Wolverine D. On a good look for Dedham here early. Blomqvist going the other way. Shot turned away by Adim. The puck kept in by Dumais. Dumais advancing it. Shot just off the side. Blocker saved by Adim. Kept in the near side corner. Westwood changing out a couple forwards. Dumais gonna get off as well with McCabe coming back on. Backhand attempt by Blomqvist. Blocked. Shot by McCabe gets saved by Adim and then corralled by the defense out of the high scoring area. Puck sent right back in deep. Dalton chips it up to Rolf. Rolf takes a hit, but Dalton's able to come away with it. Takes it to the net. Loose puck. And turned away by Dedham. That's a look that we haven't seen in a while. Westwood just take it to the net. Get some pucks to the net and get some bodies to the net. Take advantage of a loose puck goal. It doesn't have to be pretty. There's no pictures on the scorecard in golf, and they don't ask how, they ask how many in the game of hockey.
Westwood has some good pressure offensively early on, too.
Yeah.
They're putting the test on the Dedham goalie here early.
Yep.
They've had some great looks, and the goalie's had some great saves.
They know what's on the line tonight, and they also know, you know, one of the things they needed to improve upon from the game on Norwood was they got to get more shots on net, and they got to be hungry. So shots on net with some purpose. Dedham's got two guys, 2-0, maybe three if they hurry. Shot saved by Holland, and he gets the glove on it for the face-off. Well, Westwood kind of asleep at the wheel there. Dedham able to come away with the puck and had a 3-on-0 look. Holland with a big save, able to get the glove and the face-off. So remember that save, folks. On the scoreboard they put 1-0. You know, when you had 3-on-0, you think, yeah, the likelihood of a goal is high. Not when Holland in that. Great job by him to keep that 0 there.
That's a great save by Holland. In a tight situation, 3 guys.
Yep.
You're the only one there. You know, big save by Holland, big heads-up play, and that's going to be one you got to remember here late in the game.
The whole rink was uh-oh, but wow, what a big save, timely save for Holland. Lewis comes away with the puck, working it inside, knocked off his stick on the near side half wall, played by Dylan O'Connell. He's battling with Timmy Donovan. Gonna send it off the boards. Fallon comes in to close, able to take the body, but Dedham comes away with the puck. 2-on-1, works it inside, and a great stick by Dumais. Dedham player was trying to work his way in, and Dumais got a good stick there, and Wolverine's gonna have a power play coming up. Holland coming off the ice. Wolverines put an extra player on there. So 6-on-5, well, they have a delayed penalty in tow. Timmy Donovan on the half wall. Fallon towards the net, saved by Adim. And we got a whistle, and the Wolverines are gonna go on the power play. And Dedham player not too happy about it, having some words for the official. It's a holding penalty.
Pretty apparent penalty there, Morgan. The whole crowd kind of went in an uproar when they saw it. And from the looks of it, it was a pretty obvious call. But good play on Westwood there to try to get a 6-on-5 moment. They had a good chance to do it there, too.
Good look, yeah. And they did a good job of kind of bringing it in the zone and then being patient with it to allow Westwood players to come in. Shot by Lewis. He scores on the power play. And he's going to skate his way to the den to celebrate. Nolan Lewis puts Westwood on the board on a power play goal.
7 seconds into the power play there, Morgan. Westwood wasting no time to capitalize.
Clean win off the draw. Wolverines set the power play up. He just threw it towards the net. I think it might have hit a Dedham body on the way towards the net and found a way in the net for a big power play goal for the Wolverines. Put them up 1-0.
I almost want to say, Morgan, that kind of deflected. It looked like it deflected off of a Dedham player.
Yeah,
I
I
almost
think
want to
so.
say it was the goalie or a defender near the goalie.
I think he also used that Dedham player as a screen. So he was kind of working it towards the net, dragged it, so it changed the angle. And it definitely got a piece of something on the way in. I think it was most likely a Dedham player, but we'll get confirmation from Bill Siebert. Puck sent up top. Sullivan. D to McCabe. McCabe with a good shot on net. Yep, Nolan Lewis with the goal. Dumais on the assist. So big. Westwood they got to get the power play going. When they were playing Norwood had a couple power play goals, and a good look there by Dedham. Missed the net on that attempt. It was number 4 for Dedham, Sam McDougall. Westwood's got to keep their head on a swivel right now and obviously know where the puck is, but more importantly, where those guys are. There's been a couple opportunities. Guys had the puck with no one on them right in front of the net, and that is not the look you want to give a team like Dedham, because they'll bury it. Dedham is a good team. They beat Norwood pretty handedly this year. They've beaten, every single TVL large team except Westwood. So they're a team that can certainly give you some damage if you give them the opportunity to.
And for Westwood too, what's key is capitalizing on the power play. If you go a man up, you got to capitalize. And we've seen in games where Westwood's been able to capitalize that they've come out victorious because of it.
Yeah, Malloy on a centering attempt, just missed on that connection. Picked up by Blomqvist. He goes down to Luke Martin, forced it to the net, saved by Adeem. We got a whistle. I don't know if the net is off. I believe it might be. Yep, they're going to reset the net. We're going to have a face-off in the Dedham defensive zone, Westwood offensive zone.
But like you said, Morgan, they're crashing the net. They're keeping bodies in there, and those are hard goals to save if you're any goalie.
Yeah.
So, getting some bodies there, creating your opportunities, getting a tip shot, that's key for Westwood, just capitalizing on your opportunities and keeping the offensive pressure on. You have a 1-0 lead, but keep your foot on the gas here.
Puck won back by Westwood, but went over the stick of Dumais. Wolverines have to play it back and work it out of their defensive zone. Loose puck goes in the far side corner. Timmy Donovan over there with Dumais. Timmy Donovan going to send it up, finds Nolan Lewis. Nolan Lewis going to send it near side to Matt Donovan. Matt Donovan on the entry, works it inside. Puck gets deflected outside and then sent back in by Timmy Donovan. Westwood going to change out some of the forwards. Nolan Lewis with the steal, was looking for Matt Donovan there and missed on that connection, but it was a good look there. Puck entered into Westwood's zone. A big hit there by number 19 from Dedham, Ryan Latte. And Westwood able to regain and send it back into Dedham's zone and chase after it. A puck sent out in the neutral zone, played back by Sullivan. Sullivan got a couple of Dedham players, and he sends it right up to Blomqvist, gloves it down, and he's trying to get it over to Matt Donovan, but they aren't able to connect there. Stretch pass to Martin, and then ends up on the stick of Malloy. Malloy gonna play it. He's got 2 Dedham players on. Smartly sends it down low to Martin. Martin gonna hold on to it, waiting for an open teammate or to win the puck battle. Wins the puck battle himself. Tips it to Malloy. Back to Martin. Martin gonna chase after it. This is the type of hockey you want to see. We see the girls do this so well we call it cycling. So cycling the puck where if you don't have a good look, you're just doing things to maintain possessions, whether that's chipping it to yourself to continue to battle for the puck, or you're cycling it to a teammate where you're continuing to work it around to then find an open teammate in space for an even better look. Because if you force something that's not there, that's an easy turnover and team going the other way pretty easily with some speed. Sullivan to McCabe. McCabe was looking for the cross-ice pass to Dalton. That got deflected. Played back by Adams. Adams going D to D with Dunn. And working up the far side. Hit by Malloy off the half wall. He tries to send it back in, but ends up on the stick of Adams. Adams back to Dunn. Dunn gonna fungo it, but going up to get that is Connor Blaney. Looking like a tight end there, going up to catch that pass at the highest point in the end zone. but it helped Westwood maintain the possession. He's going to chase it after now on the forecheck. Oh, he goes down, and we got a whistle that's going to come for a trip. And good seeing him get right back up, but a trip is going to be, tripping call is going to be called on Dedham. Westwood going right back on the power play. Scary sequence of events when you see players go into the boards, but good to see them both get up. And Westwood going to have another look at a power play. You got to take advantage of this.
Absolutely.
You don't get many, and come playoff times, typically see the refs will make less calls. They let you play. You know, they don't want a game to be decided by penalty. No one does, right? So when you do get these opportunities, you got to make sure that your power play is sharp. It starts with you got to move the puck around. Shot on net, saved by Dedham. But a loose puck, Westwood able to get on top of it and maintain the possession. Matt Donovan on the near side, battle for it. Tim Donovan tried to get a stick on it, but sent out by Dedham, the length of the ice. Holland going to come out and play it. Put the puck flat for Dumais. Small thing, but when the puck is rolling like that, it does help when the goalie comes out to just put it flat, where you can come out, you don't have to reset it. It's already flat where you can pick it up with some speed. Dumais up top from a pass from Donovan. Sends it over to Lewis. Lewis towards the net. Saved by Dedham. And Tim Donovan was trying to send it through the crease and worked its way to the near side boards. Matt Donovan with a pass far side to Lewis. Lewis up to Dumais. A great stick there by Dedham. Dedham going to go the other way with the puck. Holton's got a look on net. Oh, goes to the backhand, but elevates it over the net into the netting. The protective netting, and that's going to be a face-off to the right of Holland. But a good stick there. Was able to get in front of the pass. Dumais was trying to get it over to Lewis, able to get a stick on that. Chased after it to have a look on net. Made a nice deke move, but the backhand was just a little bit too much powerful and elevated. Went over into the protective netting. So 2 minutes, 59 seconds remaining here in the first period. Wolverines up 1-0 on Dedham off the stick of a Nolan Lewis power play goal. Puck in the near side corner. Wolverines on the power play trying to get their unit set up. Blaney. He sends it up far side. Got Timmy Malloy. Timmy Malloy working the entry. He was trying to center that, but it goes out. Dedham. On top of that, looking to take it to the net, and a great stick there. Sean Blomqvist getting back in the play. Martin, back to Sullivan. Up to Blomqvist, who's going to walk it in. Shot, saved by Dedham. That was a great look. And I like how he walked it in. He saw that he had the space, took that space to just be able to get a harder shot on net and also allow for additional screen. That was a great save by Dedham. So 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the period, 11 seconds remaining on the Wolverine power play. Puck won back by Timmy Donovan. Matt Donovan walking in, shot just wide over the shoulder of Dedham. Played by McCabe, but knocked out by Dedham. Penalty killer was knocked out by Ryan Lauter, excuse me. And the penalty's expired. We are 5-on-5. McCabe looking for a centering attempt. Blocked by Dedham, and puck sent out into the neutral zone. Sullivan gonna go off the boards. Matt Donovan trying to chip it to himself. And puck stays in the neutral zone. Dedham coming away with it. Nice move there, and Westwood's gonna get called for a penalty there. It's gonna be a tripping call on Sullivan. And they touch it, and the whistle is blown, so Dedham able to draw a penalty here. And they're going to get their first look at a power play with 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the first period.
It's going to be big for Westwood here to come out of this quarter without letting up the penalty, the power play goal for Dedham. If you can go into the quarter with a 1-0 lead, that's great for you, Westwood. You only have 30 seconds when you come back in the second period to maintain, which is enough time where you might be able to get a shot down in your zone and keep it down there. So important that Westwood gets out of this period unscathed.
Face-off was won by Dedham, and a shot from the point gets tipped wide by Dunn, and then Dumais able to send that down the river. It's a good forecheck by Blomqvist. Forces Dedham to regroup on their breakout. Puck sent off the boards right by the Westwood bench, forces Dedham to work backwards. Blomqvist doing a good job taking away the passing lanes. Now Dedham able to work it into the Westwood zone. It's brought in by Michael Doyle, looking for the front of the net, just missed on that connection. Puck ends up outside the zone. Timmy Malloy on the forecheck. Dedham working it into the zone with some speed. And a good stick by, I believe that was Fengler. Kept that puck outside. And another look, save by Holland. Holland with a big save on a point-blank opportunity and gets the whistle. And a good job by the D protecting the net front for no additional attempts. So 33.5 seconds remaining here in the first. 1:03 left on the Dedham power play. Timmy Dunham with a clean win. Dumais trying to go off the boards, kept in by Dedham. Dedham going to work on the half wall. Back up to the top. Dunn throws it towards the net, kept outside by McCabe. Played on the half wall by Dedham. West doing a good job keeping it outside. Nolan Lewis with a good stick, able to get a stick on that pass. Disrupt that attempt. Another stick by Timmy Donovan, and he's going to send it down with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 remaining in the period, and that is going to do it. The first period with 30 seconds remaining on the power play to carry over into period 2. But after one period of hockey, Westwood 1, Dedham 0. After a power play goal by Nolan Lewis, assist by Brady Dumais. And folks, you will stick around. Second period, it's going to be a good period, with a lot on the line. So you are watching Westwood Media Center coverage of your Westwood Boys Hockey. And we'll be right back for the start of the second period.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces. These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. About to kick off the second period. 30 seconds still remaining on the Dedham power play. Wolverines up 1-0 off a Nolan Lewis power play goal in the first. Wolverines had 2 power plays, and Dedham still on their first one with having a 1:30 in the first period and then 30 here. So Wolverines looking to just kill the remaining 30 and get back to work, battling to get the next one. But it was a good, tight checking first period, some good physicality. There was a lot of puck battles going on in both ends of the ice, and a little bit of a playoff feel. Certainly a feeling out process amongst both teams. But after a period, they remember, what this matchup's about. You got we were talking about last night, the basketball game. 2 towns that used to be one, and then 1897, Westwood was incorporated as its own town. And the funny story is originally they were looking to make the name Nahant. Right. But the town of Nahant said absolutely not. That sounds way too close to our name. Pick something else. So Westwood then went with Westwood. And we are underway here in the second period. Dedham with the face-off win. Going to work it back to try and work it into Westwood's territory with the remaining time on their power play. Nice move there made by Brian Dunn. He enters it into the Westwood zone. 12 seconds remaining and counting. Puck behind the net. Fengler sends it over to Blomqvist. Blomqvist on the half wall, and he's able to send it down, and that is going to do it for the Dedham power play. So great job by the Wolverines, able to kill that off, and Brian Sullivan going to head towards the bench. And on comes Luke Martin for the Wolverines. Nice pass there by Malloy. Finds Blomqvist with the shot. That gets deflected. Taken to the net, though, by Malloy. Puck loose. Worked back up top to Dumais. Shot on net by Dumais and saved by Adim, and able to cover that up for the whistle. So good movement there. I really like what the Wolverines did there. Taking the puck to the net. They forced a big save right there by Adim, and then sent it right back up. Get another shot, and forced Adim to cover that up, tie it up for the faceoff. Rolf on the draw. That was a stalemate, and coming away with it was Dedham. He tried to wing it around the other side. Westwood able to move it forward. Dedham playing it with Blaney right up in their grill. Behind the net, both teams jockeying for position. Played up on the near side, ended up on the stick of Fitzpatrick. He unable to connect with Cam Keene. And Westwood able to send it right back in, getting right back to work. McCabe on the near side. Puck gets by Blaney, played back by Sullivan. Sullivan going to go off the boards. That took a funky bounce and ended up on the stick of Dedham. Working it inside, shot blocked by Blaney. That was a shot by Dunn, and a great effort by Blaney. You need that extra help from the Wolverine back checkers indeed. Get in front of some shots, to redirect some shots, help your goalie out. And it is the second period, so it is a long change. And now Westwood able to complete the change after working the puck out of their zone, and they got a whistle there.
Well, the stoppages in play are going to be key for Westwood and Dedham on the long change here. Can you get your guys out? Can you get stops quickly so that, you know, you're not having a long shift? Mm-hmm. We had a pretty quick first period, too. There was a lot of, like, you know, long play, not a lot of whistles. We saw a couple of whistles late in the game, late in the period, but early on we didn't see much. It was kind of long shifts for the team, so they were doing that. But granted, they weren't on the long change, so now it's going to be key. Can you get some stops here, get some saves, and capitalize on those for the change?
Oh, Dedham finds it back door, just off the side of the net. Dedham finding these point-blank opportunities, and Westwood still able to keep the 0 on the board for Dedham. Yeah, Westwood just kind of lost focus there, and the kid was still on the back door for Dedham, able to get that right to him, and his shot just off the side of the net. Missed by just a little bit. Sorry, Evan.
I was going to say that one of the keys for Westwood here late is going to be, can you capitalize on defensive plays and not kind of get those 2-on-1 opportunities or those 3-on-1 opportunities? We've seen a lot from Dedham, and eventually if you keep that pressure rate up, they're going to capitalize on it eventually. And, you know, Jack Holland's a great goalie, but you can only do so much when you have 3 guys there and it's 3-on-1.
You can have all of the effort and speed and everything going in and even physicality in your favor, but if you're making mistakes out there, they're going to be countered. And Westwood's making some mistakes. There's been some bad turnovers and also not picking up guys, you know, who are right in front of the net. You know, in spots that you really can't have giving free opportunities to a team like Dedham. McCabe and a nice escape move, able to send that up to Malloy. Malloy sends it in. His helmet comes off, but puts it right back on. He caught it in his own hand. That was a pretty nifty move by Timmy Malloy. Sent back in by Sullivan. Sullivan tries to chip it. Now Dedham has 2 guys going the other way with McCabe taking away the middle, and a big play by Josh McCabe. Able to get a body and a stick on that to negate the 2-on-1 look Dedham had. And then Paul Lilla with the clean catch off that deflection. Very impressive athletic feat by Paul Lilla. I think we're going to have to save that clip. That was, you know, can of corn for him, and he did not fumble on the effort.
Next time we talk to him, we'll have to show him that one.
I got to give him credit, too. There was no fair catch. He just, you know, caught it. No distractions. He was dialed in. No fair catch needed. Player goes down. No call. Tim Donovan with a shot on net from the outside. Saved by Adim. And then Matt Donovan jumps on it, trying to get inside. Knocked off his stick. Dedham coming the other way with speed. Stam sends it just wide of the net. Played back in by Dedham. Now Donovan got a hold on it, was trying to send it over to Lewis, whiffed on that, but able to recollect the puck, sends it off the glass. That's gonna go the length of the ice, and we're gonna get an icing. With 10 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the second, Wolverines up 1-0. Evan Cardamino, Morgan Donahue here for your Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Boys Hockey. It is the final remaining TBL game for your Westwood Wolverines. They have 2 additional games after tonight versus, I believe, North Attleboro and Oliver Ames.
Yep.
So Westwood looking to win those in addition to tonight to help, as Evan was mentioning, what Matt Donovan was saying was to continue to improve their standings in the TBL, in the MIAA rankings.
13th right now, but you can imagine, they haven't had, like we mentioned earlier, they haven't had a home playoff game in a while,
No.
a couple of years now, and it'd be nice to have a home playoff game here for the boys. And that's, what Matt, he was mentioning to me early on when we were talking at the snack stand, and
Puck to the net. Adim gets a glove on it. Malloy taken down. No call. It was a good opportunity for the Wolverines. Send that to the net. They had Malloy right there for any rebound that came out of it and putting the pressure. You got to put some pressure on them by being around the goalie for tips, being around there on the doorstep for any rebounds or second point-blank opportunities.
I mean, that's been a big part of Westwood's games. And the games we've covered where they've won, where the boys have won, what we've seen is a lot of times they're getting those second and third rebound opportunities off shots. And that's what's been the key for them in getting those opportunities. They get goals off of that. It's a great way to get goals. Keep the pressure on, keep your foot on the gas, and don't let up. And in the games that we've covered, like the first game versus Holliston, that's where a lot of their goals came from.
Yeah.
That's key for them here in this game.
Yeah, puck sent down. There was no icing. Westwood goes back to play it. D to D is Fallon and Dumais. Senior to senior connection there. And shout out to a guy like Jack Fallon, who's been a good player for the Wolverines. Shot goes over the net. Fallon was a key guy that came in to help out when there was injuries on the defensive front with McCabe. He came in, got a lot of minutes, and did a great job of being the next man up. And Wolverines didn't make any excuses during those it was probably about a month and a half period of time of injuries. They didn't make an excuse. Got out, next man up, find a way to just get the puck in the net, come away with some wins, and they did.
I mean, and that's the sign of great coaching. And I know Steve preaches that for the boys. Next man up, you got to do your job and do your job well when you get the chance. And you have a guy like Jack Holland who just dignifies next man up, coming in for an injured Ty Pindell in the football season, but stepping up and playing big. And when you have a guy like that as your leader,
good look there, shot by Rolf, saved by Adim. That was a terrific pass by Blaney, and it was a great job by Rolf, able to find an open area to receive a pass and then get rid of that puck. That was the best opportunity of the night for the Wolverines so far. Outside of the Lewis goal, of course, but even Lewis's goal wasn't as good of a opportunity with that look point blank. Lewis had the benefit of the deflection. Puck goes vertical. Lewis chasing it down, and you're going to call it an icing. Icing is going to bring that puck back into the Westwood zone with 8 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the second.
But to go back to finish my thought for a second here, when you have a guy like Jack Holland as one of your captains who we've seen, just do your job, and when it's your time to do your job, do it well. And, and when you have leadership like that on this team, next man up is big, and that's why they clinched the playoffs earlier in this season.
I had the opportunity last night, and you were there, Evan, to shot on net turned away by Holland. And we got the opportunity to talk to the girls' basketball captains, or seniors, excuse me. This girls' basketball 2025 seniors. And what a remarkable interview, because the content they provided of how selfless they are, how much they care about each other, how much they put their own individual goals to the side for the team, how much they rooted for each other, how important every single player was to them and to the goals that they're looking to accomplish. And it really just showed the winning culture that they have, and no different here in the hockey team. When you talk to these guys, and one example, Joe Salcedo with a big win versus Bellingham this year, got a shutout. got the boys hyped up for that. They were all hyped up for him. Just a kid that really personifies being the next man up, ready when his name is called. His name was called, and he answered the bell. And a kid that has been a, just an important figure when it comes to the locker room and the culture, and having a positive attitude with the ups and downs of a season. Malloy able to get the turnover. He sends it down, goes off the stick of Martin, so no icing, and sent out by a Deem. Right back in by Westwood. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the second. Played back behind the net by Bogey. Bogey sends it over to Captain Moreno. Moreno back off the boards to Bogey. Some good D-to-D connections amongst both teams and their defensive partners. Shot on net by Sullivan, turned away by Adeem. Bogey back to Dunn. And looking in front of the net was Luke Martin. And Timmy Malloy again, right in front of the net, going to the dangerous areas, not afraid to be there and take a couple whacks if it means good looks on some opportunities on net.
And that's where you get those best opportunities, when you're right there and you're in that position to maybe capitalize on where the goalie's not expecting. And
yeah.
That's, like you've mentioned before, that's going to be key for Westwood.
Similar to basketball, you can't be afraid to take it to the cage where you might get, a hard foul. You might get, knocked on the court. It's the same thing in hockey. You might get a pretty bad slash or hit in front, but you got to be able to, hey, if you want that opportunity, you got to be able to deal with whatever comes from being in front of the net. So I don't know what's going on right now. Looks like they're going to force Westwood's forwards that came off back on the ice. I think typically they do this if you changed your guys up too late. They'll say no. Westwood does have the last change, but you still got to change your guys in a reasonable amount of time while the officials give you the opportunity to. So I'd imagine Westwood going to send it right back in, and they're going to stay on the ice. So maybe it was just a matchup thing that Westwood was trying to have the other forwards out there for. So right back in the Dedham zone. Dedham forced to play it off the boards, then sending it back on the far side. Sent back into the Westwood zone by Larrabee. Martin is trying to advance that, knocked back up by Larrabee. Martin going 2-on-2. He's got Blomqvist to his left. Blomqvist jumps up in the play. Shot! Saved by Adeem. Off the left side. That was a good look and a big hit there in the corner by Blomqvist. That was a great save by Adeem on a good look by Blomqvist coming off the outside on a pass from Martin. Dedham trying to work it inside. Westwood well defended. Going to try again, but good stick and kept outside by Blomqvist. Blomqvist going to change it up. Coming on the ice is Blaney. Dedham with a fungo across the ice, and I believe an offside call. Either that or played with a high stick. We'll see. I think it's played with a high stick because of the face-off. So the face-off, if it was offside, it would be kind of where that NCAA logo is.
Yep.
But since the face-off's over there, it's going to be played with a high stick, I believe. So Blaney on the draw. Interesting. We've seen Rolf take draws for Westwood in the offensive zone, and then Blaney taking draws. I don't know if it's a right side, left side of the ice type thing, but it's been pretty effective. Rolf's had a couple wins. Blaney had some shots right off the face-off. We got a whistle, I believe, net off its moorings. Even the smallest little, movement on there, you get those quick whistles. So it's a goalie's best friend sometimes to give it a little shoulder or a little waffle. So Evan, big game tonight between your University of Maine and UNH.
Yeah, we have number 6 ranked UMaine in the country and unranked New Hampshire. Just going to put that out there. Apologies to any New Hampshire fans, but UMaine's a way of life up there. And, the Hockey East has been great the past couple years. You got BC, BU, UMaine's finally back after a long stint. Yeah, no, last night 1-1 in regulation. Maine won in a penalty shootout, but big to see. I know I got a lot of friends up in the booth that I
Yeah.
keep in touch with from time to time, and it was always fun broadcasting hockey up there.
Yeah. Evan cut his teeth at the University of Maine after graduating from Husson. 2 great schools in Maine, and a pass up the middle just goes off the stick of Blaney. Played by Dedham. Dedham did a good job of steering that to the side. Marino sends it right back into Westwood zone. Sullivan, a little bank pass to Dumais. Dumais got some space. He's going to work it back. Oh, great skating abilities to make it difficult to shadow him on his breakout. But Dedham able to knock it off his stick. Sullivan on a no-look pass near side to Lewis. Lewis on the entry with some speed, trying to work it towards the net. He hits the ice with no call. Ref says play on. I think it was more just him trying to work it inside and incidental contact where he went down. Fallon working it towards the middle, knocked off. But Lewis able to knock that back deep into Dedham zone. He's battling and Westwood able to come away with it. Timmy Donovan up top to Dumais. That shot gets blocked, but great stick lift by Timmy Donovan. Matt Donovan shadowing his brother. Back to Tim Donovan. Shot just off the side and played by Dedham on the far side. And a nice hit there by Matt Donovan. And then Timmy Donovan on the original hit. Matt Donovan to get the secondary hit. The Donovan sandwich over there. Been waiting all season to say that.
You mentioned earlier the incidental contact. I think the refs are doing a good job too tonight. They're not calling like the things that are questionable. They're letting them play on stuff that seems incidental, and I think all the penalties we've called so far have been pretty obvious penalties.
Yeah.
Both the tripping calls were pretty clearly tripping, and then we had, I believe, I don't remember the third period call, but I think they've been pretty fair and they've been pretty, clean calls so far.
It reminds me of the Mike Welby podcast episode where we were talking about 2001 state championship run, and Billy Stewart came in to ref a game. He's a legendary ref in Massachusetts, MIA. He did some college, I believe, too. I actually had him as a college ref for football, so he did everything. But he came in the locker room before the game. This is back when the MIA would be at games and they would, congratulate you, and they'd have the refs have a conversation. And he said, "Listen, congratulations of making it here to it was the South Championship. We're fans. We just want to see you play. The last thing I want to do is pull this whistle out. So if you play good, hard, clean hockey, I'm not going to use it." And you know what? He was completely honest. I don't think there was a penalty called the entire game. Dedham with a pass kept out by Westwood. Great stick by Sullivan. Not one penalty called in that game, and it was remarkable because it was just a good game, and no one was going to make. When you have 2 good teams, they're not going to take dumb penalties. They're just, it's 2 disciplined teams. When you're getting tripping calls, things like that, it's because you're not skating hard enough. You have to be able to keep that pace. You have to be physical too, to put yourself in good positions where you're not hooking or tripping. So I really like that style of hockey when you see the refs let them play, and any of those kind of in between, really kind of ticky-tack calls, they keep the whistle in their pocket. Puck near side. Dedham on a centering attempt. That works its way out of the Westwood zone. Westwood did a good job of tying up all the Dedham players there that were looking for that centering pass. Dedham with a full or half-ice breakout. It was passed right from behind the net all the way up to Stam. But Westwood did a good job. Coming in is Blomqvist. Blomqvist coming up the middle. Regains the puck, shot blocked. But a good turnover that turned it off offense by Blomqvist. He's got Martin doing a good job of protecting that puck. Terrific job. He's going 1-on-2 in that corner. And Dedham able to knock it loose and set it up the near side. A little quick 1-2 passing by Dedham, but then Malloy closes that window, forcing Dedham to just kind of knock it up where Dumais has it, and he's taking the serpentine route to send it off to Malloy. Malloy looking for Blomqvist in the middle. Blomqvist took a hit with no puck, no call. That was somewhat incidental, but that's part of the game is some inadvertent physicality. Puck behind the net.
And we knew that coming into this game. This is a physical game between 2 physical teams. Westwood came in and set the tone early, but Dedham's style of play is aggressive and physical, and that's what they do best, and that's why they're one of the top-ranked teams in Division III right now.
Matt Donovan makes a nice move, another nice move. Looking to shoot, he does, saved by Dedham. That was a good shot off of 2 nice moves to get it in the entry. Tim Donovan with the shot, goes over the net, hits the glass, but jumps right back on it to keep it in the zone, sends it down low. Dedham able to get the puck out, and it's gonna trickle its way back, no icing. 18 seconds remaining. Dumais up to Lewis, goes off his stick, but hits the ice, gets right back up. Ref certainly allowing it. Dumais able to keep it in. Shot, saved by Dedham, rebound, and covered by Dedham, and Timmy Donovan takes a hit off the boards.
Might see a penalty there. That looked like a push into the boards.
It was. We saw that in Dedham, and I didn't see a call. So I think a lot of times you'll see refs, if they're not making calls right now, I don't think they're going to call that. What they do is they give you a warning. They say, listen, none of that. But what they'll say is, hey, you got a good whack in on the goalie. He did that. We're going to call it even, which they did right here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Westwood did get a bit of a hit on the goalie, and you know, guys want to protect their goalies. So good call. Once again, refs letting them play, letting them play hockey.
And the games don't get out of hand when you you tell them, like, listen, that happened for this happened. So he's explaining it to them, you know, versus you put both of them in the box, they're both fuming and they're not able to settle or understand the premise of what was allowed and what wasn't called and whatnot.
And we've seen that in games before. Games have gotten a bit chippy and a bit tense because of that.
Yeah, so after 2 periods, Wolverines still up 1-0 on Dedham. You're watching Westwood Media Center of Westwood Boys Hockey. We'll see you for the start of the 3rd period.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces. These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Well, welcome back, folks. We got fresh ice here for the start of the 3rd period, and Evan, that was a pretty entertaining 2nd period. There was no goals, but some good opportunities by both teams, some good tight checking, and a scoreless period, but, you know, pretty much felt like a playoff style period where both teams were just protecting the net front. They were doing the right things, being physical, and also, you know, put pucks to net, and we saw a lot of physical play around the nets.
Both teams are getting into it here, and what I think you're going to see is the key here in this 3rd period is defense.
Yeah.
What defense holds strong, what defense is willing to stay in there and take a hit, take a shot from a puck, help their goalie out, and not allow those fast breaks. So I think what you're going to see here is I think you're going to see a big emphasis on the defense and then capitalizing on those opportunities. We had a lot of great pressure and a lot of great opportunities from both teams, but like you said, scoreless in the 2nd period.
Yeah.
So if you're there, if you're down there in the zone and you're getting good pressure, are you there for that 2nd or 3rd bounce to get the rebound and maybe get a shot?
Oh, 100%. I mean, both teams have done a good job of protecting that 2nd opportunity, but now the 3rd opportunity, being able to get an additional person up there in the play is probably what's going to take. In a lot of these games, all it takes is that 1 goal sometimes. So the next goal, as we've said this before, Evan, is the most important goal of the game for both teams. Dedham looking to tie it. Westwood looking to add to their 1-0 lead, and a nice glove save there by Holland ties it up here early in the 3rd. It was a shot from the point. That was from number 6, Brian Dunn, one of the captains for the Marauders. Blomquist on the draw. Wins it back to Fengler. Fengler going to play it off the boards. Martin settles it. He's trying to advance it, and both his stick and Dedham player's stick force the puck go right up in the air. Dedham playing it and walking it in. Nice move there by number 20, but great block by Dumais. Number 20 for Dedham. Tim Holden called his name a few times. And then able to knock that out of the Westwood zone. Timmy Malloy, his left hand, forces Dedham to retry the entry. That's going to be an icing. Yeah, so that was played behind the red line. That's going to be an icing. It's going to bring a face-off back into the Dedham zone.
Big icing for Westwood there. That gets it out of the zone for the first 48 seconds of this period. We've been all in the Westwood zone.
And keep an eye here. So we see Rolf taking the draw instead of Blaney, and Rolf won a quick one where Blaney had a nice shot earlier in the game, but some good wins on the face-off, and right there, nice look there for the Wolverines, force a stick save by Adim. Adim has been terrific for Dedham, and has been, you know, a great goaltender matchup between him and Jack Holland. Nice breakout by Dedham, but a good, even better stick there by Blaney. Sent that off the boards. Sullivan looking the far side, looking for Rolf, unable to settle that, and right back down the ice, and that's an icing now for Westwood. So a face-off going to be in the Westwood zone after an icing off the stick of McCabe. But it allows Westwood to put new guys out there. Got Dumais and Fallon. And we have the Donovan line. Timmy Donovan on the draw. Nolan Lewis to his left. Matt Donovan to his left. Dumais gonna go off the boards. He's looking for Lewis. And puck sent on net, turned away by Holland. Lewis with another opportunity. Gets that one out. And then it was a stick down by Holton. And disrupted the attempt going back into Westwood's territory. And then Westwood able to work that back towards Dedham. Now Dedham goes the other way. So back and forth between both teams in a matter of 30 seconds. The puck goes up in the air. Dumais settles it. Was looking for Lewis there. Picked off by O'Connell. O'Connell to the outside. He takes a hit from Dumais. Timmy Donovan comes away with the puck. Fallon with some speed. He's going to work it up towards the red line and then works it into the Dedham zone. Still puck on his stick. Good job of getting that in and keeping it in. Ryan, a nice hit there by Rolf to assist on the puck battle there. And Westwood looking to get it right back in. Dumais on the entry. Shot off the blocker of Adim. Great save by Adim. That was a good look by Dumais. He walked that in, got a nice hard wrist shot, forced a blocker save by Adim.
You know, another key to this quarter, or this period here, Morgan, is going to be, sorry, we've been doing a lot of basketball.
Yes.
Is going to be the depth and how many lines you can get rolling. And are you guys rested up? The thing about this game that I've noticed is there's been a lot of play that's been nonstop, and a lot of long play and a lot of long shifts. So do you have the stamina and the depth to roll your lines? And how long can you stay out there fresh and, you know, stay energized?
Rolf on the entry was trying to make a move. That went off the skate of Doyle, played by Martin. Martin trying to send it over the other side, but no one there for Westwood. Played by Moreno. He's got some speed, works it into the Westwood zone. Sullivan pushing him to the outside, gets a nice hit on him behind the net. Blomquist with a good stick. Puck behind Sullivan, he doesn't see it, now he does. And goes off the glass. Blomquist with a quick one-touch pass to Malloy, that got by him. Puck forced back behind the net. Trying to stuff that one was 10, Ryan Wilmer, but saved by Holland. And we got a hit in the corner and a whistle that opened the door. So the door opened up on the hit. A good physical play by both Westwood player and Josh McCabe. Opened the door, and we're going to get a face-off. And there was a stick also on the half wall and glass area as well. So a little bit of a yard sale going on out there. Westwood comes out with the Donovan line. Timmy Donovan on the draw. Puck won back by Dedham. Centering attempt blocked by Westwood. Donovan trying to send that off the glass, goes over the glass, and then hits the Westwood Den section. They are unscathed. Puck back on the ice. Looks like a USA theme tonight for the Den. They've been active back-to-back nights. Girls senior night last night, and then tonight here at the Ice House.
Love to see the Den come out and supporting all the teams. And
yeah,
we've had the past couple games we've covered. We've seen the Den come out in swarms.
Yes.
And that's big for Westwood, and great to have that on your side here.
Yeah, missed on that connection. Lewis was looking for Timmy Donovan and just missed, and that's going to be an icing called on Westwood. And it's definitely been a concerted effort to really step that up this year. I think it started when we talked to the football captains at the beginning of the year, and we said, what's your rating of the Den? They've been solid. You had playoff games, all that, and they said it needs to be better. So they were certainly honest about it. But that was last year's Den. They have control over this year's Den, and they've showed up themselves.
And kudos to kudos to the football team, because we see Drew Donegan and Dante Martucci often in the Den. They're guys leading it.
Yep. Blomquist comes away with it. He's got some speed. Shot off the post. That was off the near side post. Then I'm going to send it down, and that's going to be an icing. So that was the best look of the period thus far for the Wolverines. It goes off the post. And going to be a face-off into the Dedham zone. So Blomquist has some good speed, momentum on that coming into the zone. He had some daylight. Got a good shot off on net. Wolverine's going to send out Rolf. So Rolf, again, keep an eye here. Been good on the face-offs in the offensive zone where they've gotten quick shots like this. Blocked. Well, those are big opportunities. If you get those clean wins and you get a good look on a shot, those are some good opportunities right off the draw after a hard-earned icing, So icings can be impactful when you get face-off wins like that. Another win. McCabe missed on the first. Going to send it down low to Rolf. Rolf well positioned. Oh, just missed on the Blaney pass, but McCabe on the spot keeps it in. Cycles it back down low. On the stick of Blaney, has to settle it on his stick after it took a couple bounces. And then Rolf getting physical. Lays a hit behind the net. Rolf comes from a very talented hockey family. His dad was a Division I hockey player, and his grandfather was an NHL player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So very talented hockey lineage in the blood of the Rolf family. And this year has been a terrific year for Seamus. His hockey IQ has been very apparent, especially doing the small things when it comes to forecheck, when it comes to the entries, maintaining puck possessions, and making smart plays. That's going to force another ice. And that was a great shift by the Wolverines. You force that ice, then I'm just going to change it up, and Westwood going to get fresh guys out there with a face-off opportunity for an offensive look.
And you mentioned Seamus Rolf has a Division I father and a NHL grandfather, but hockey runs in the families here in Westwood. We have the Lewises, the Sullivans. Hockey's a family affair here.
Yes, and if we even go deeper, shot on net. That was a shot from Matt Donovan. He got hit while shooting that, and a good save by Adim. You go even deeper. When we're talking, basketball with Coach Delaney Smith, she's talking about Carol Mather. Carol Mather's father was a guy named Bruce Mather, who won a gold medal on the 1960 Olympic team. If you ever watched the movie Miracle, that 1960 Olympic team was the team that Herb Brooks was the last cut on. So Bruce Mather, a hockey legend, Westwood, guy, and had some terrific kids as athletes. With Carol Mather being, one of them. I heard she's a terrific golfer as well. Puck loose in front of the net, cleared out by Dedham. She was a terrific basketball player, and Dave Rice says a very talented golfer too. Ooh, blocked puck there. It ends up in the Westwood zone. Dumais plays it, settles it down, sends it up to Donovan. It goes off him, and then Timmy Donovan plays it. Timmy looking for Nolan Lewis. Ref's going to say no connection on that pass, and that's going to be an icing called on Westwood. So many connections when it comes to hockey in Westwood. So the current general manager for the Montreal Canadiens was Patrice Bergeron's agent. He lived in Westwood for like 10, 12 years. I believe Kent Hughes and he is now the general manager of the Canadians. Really cool. Fernie Flaman,
Yep.
you know, that connection. Played for the Bruins. Shot saved by Holland. Rebound pushed into the corner. Big save by Holland there. And then Westwood comes away with it. Malloy is going near side. Doing a good job of changing the angles up, creating some openings. When you make those delays on the entry, you're allowing your other Westwood players to go right to the net. You can send it towards the net. Dedham throwing it on net. That gets tipped just wide. Shot, but blocked by Blaney, able to get a stick on it. He kicks it out of the zone. And he's going to change up. Great play by the sophomore Blaney. Shot goes wide. Chipped out by Blomqvist, but unable to get it out of the zone. Dedham trying to go back door, but Holland gets a stick on it in the cover. Terrific game by Jack Holland. He has been a brick wall tonight, stopping every big Dedham effort so far.
And what an effort by Blaney there, too, kicking it
yeah.
out, preventing and helping. Dedham got a great attack there, and they had a lot of opportunities. And Blaney lost his stick, but he made the most of that.
Yeah, you know what? It's a smart play. Don't even go to pick up your stick. Get it out, get off the ice. The stick will come back to you. There was a big hit there. Westwood able to get that out. I think this is going to be an icing. Looks like it is, and it is. A physical kind of battle there. Westwood trying to get that. I think you're trying to go off a player off the side of the half wall, but ended up being an icing. The officials having a conversation here. Oh, going to be a face-off in the Westwood defensive zone. We got some vocal Dedham fans here. Must be their first hockey game. Well, Westwood with the puck in the near side, chipping it out. Played off the glove, and that gets out. That was played by number 20, Holton. Then puck near side. Sullivan off the boards. Martin unable to come away with it. Dedham take it towards the net, and a nice hit there by McCabe, able to keep the puck outside of the net. Puck on the far side, and they're going to say offside. Offside, and then a shot. Puck after the whistle, which some officials don't like that. Some will say, whatever, we'll just play on. Yeah, some refs don't like to be shown up, kind of, you know, when you show that frustration after a call you don't like. But just shows, hey, they're letting them play.
Yeah.
They're letting them play out here. I don't have a problem with it one bit.
No, I mean, once again, you like you said, you hate to see win, lose, whatever. You hate to see the refs impact the outcome of a game. And, you know, I think these refs probably do know what's on the line here.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't mentioned it since the first, but right now we're 6 minutes away from determining whether or not Westwood will get its first TVL or if Dedham's now in the running.
Yeah.
So they're playing for something big here. That's why you've seen the energy amp up. And, you know, big respect to the refs to say, hey, you know, we're not going to let our calls impact the outcome of this game.
And a lot of frustration, you know, Dedham not able to get it past Holland so far. So, you know, they're trying different things. Oh, and there's a high hit there on Donovan. He's all right, gonna walk away. It gets a pass up the middle. It chips it over to Lewis. Lewis gonna chase after it. Adeem comes out to play it. He's gonna play it behind him. Matt Donovan with the turnover, looking for Lewis on the doorstep. That puck gets deflected just wide.
It's a great look from Lewis.
Then I'm going the other way. McDougall, the shot, that's high off the glass. Dumais was trying to go off the glass. That was blocked by Lauder. And then played by Dumais up the near side. Matt Donovan was trying to chip it to himself, but good stick by Dedham defenseman Dunn. Shot gets deflected. I don't know if that was Sullivan or Malloy, but great deflection. That was one of my favorite things to see as a defensive coach, is getting sticks on those type of shots where not only is it staying out of the net, you're also getting a face-off. So great stick there to block that shot attempt.
And it's a big play because Dedham has some power on those shots. They really get those shots off with some mustard. And, you know, to get your guys helping out is big.
Yeah, those shots are definitely heavy when they are coming off the stick of Dedham. Westwood sends it in on the entry. Forces Dedham to collect and work their breakout. Go D to D. They look up at the near side. Timmy Malloy puts the stick on it, able to get the turnover, throws it towards the net, goes off the boards. Martin trying to stuff it. Oh, no good. He takes a hit. And I believe it's going to be a net infraction, which is going to bring a face-off to the far side. And we're going to get a face-off in the right corner. Malloy's going to take the draw. Wolverine's going to change out their forwards. So Westwood doing matchups right now. You know, they're seeing what kind of matchups they want to match their guys with. They sent out the Rolf and Blaney line and Connor Ryan line. It's been an effective physical line that's done a good job defensively. And Ryan just protecting the puck down low. Puck battles. This line has been a great line, just keeping it down low, letting time tick off the clock.
This is great for Westwood right now.
Finishing checks.
Let it burn the time off. Right now, even though it's a 1-0 game, you still got to play 110%. You can afford to let time burn a little bit.
Yeah, and they've also been the line, and we're going to get a penalty called on Westwood. So delayed penalty called. Shot goes over the shoulder of Holland. Puck in the far side corner. We get a whistle, and Dedham is going to go on the power play for their second power play of the night. And it's a high stick call on Westwood. The ref's trying to figure out which player it was on. And it's on McCabe. No way it was on McCabe. It was, if anything, it was a forward. It was the first kind of line, but McCabe going to be the guy in the box. So 4 minutes remaining. Dedham got a power play looking to tie it up, get back in this game, and they're going to call a timeout and talk about it.
This is going to be one of the biggest penalty kills of Westwood's season right now.
Yeah, so they're switching out. So Rolf was the one who drew the penalty. McCabe leaving the box to go back on the bench. So I knew it was a forward. There was no way that Rolf or McCabe was in that spot for where the penalty occurred, the infraction. He would have been out of position.
I will defer to you because I did not see it, but this is going to be a big penalty kill for Westwood. You know, Dedham's come fast here in this quarter, and Dedham's had kind of the advantage here offensively. Yeah. They've kept a couple shots. They've been in the zone. We saw a penalty kill earlier from Westwood, but this is the big one of the year. Yeah. This is for the TVL.
Yes.
And, you know, what if he...
You're going to have to make big penalty kills in the playoffs, too. So head coach Matt Siebet's telling him right now, listen, 4 minutes remaining. 2 minutes on the kill. Don't take any risks. Starts off with winning the draw. Send it down. Let's make it difficult on those entries. Force them to maybe cause some turnovers. But if we can get that puck in our corner, let's put our feet in it. If we can't get it off the glass, let's eat it. So let's get valuable time off the clock, but do not take any risks. You know, play it smart, be hard, but don't take risks where there's odd man rushes coming in on a power play. So puck one back by Dedham.
This is going to be a big test here for Westwood. A big preview getting close to the playoffs to see what this team's all about.
So Dedham sent it to the middle. It was a little bumper play in the middle. Westwood did a good job of collapsing on that. They're trying to go back door. Timmy Donovan able to send that down. So great job right off there. That's going to take some time off the clock. Dedham on the entry. Westwood getting sticks in the lanes. They force the entry on the near side. Shot on net, turned away by Holland. Puck in the near side corner. Gonna work it behind the net. Dumais got a look to get it out. He sends it up the boards. Timmy Donovan was trying to make a play on that, and they force it on the far side. Even, you know, without the puck on Westwood's stick, Westwood doing a good job of not allowing Dedham to really set up the power play. Now they have it flat. Now they're able to move it around. So it was a good 40 seconds where it made it difficult there, and then Westwood get it out. Watch Timmy Donovan, puts the Jets on. Timmy Donovan jumps on the puck and does a great job of getting that puck deep. Timmy Donovan, when he gets the feet moving, he is an impressive player. And fungoed in by Westwood.
So Morgan, a question here is we're getting down to 2 minutes and 39 seconds here in the third. Is there any chance you see Dedham pull their goalie here in the last 2 minutes down 1-0, or do you think they're going to try to do it even man and try to get this into overtime?
They're going to do it even. Shot goes wide. That was a good look there. just went wide right. 22 seconds remaining on the power play. Walking in, shot, blocked or saved, I don't know, but went in, hit a body, went out in the corner. Puck on the near side, looking for a centering attempt. That gets deflected, then hits the boards. Sullivan walking up into the Dedham player to force that outside. Westwood doing a good job keeping the outside. Penalty expiring here. Move made and a shot blocked into the corner. All even, and Rolf back on the ice. He's going to chase it, but it's going to be an icing with a minute 50 remaining. So a minute 50 remaining. Now you will see the goalie come off the ice, most likely, with a minute 49 and the puck in the Westwood zone. Not yet. So they're going to keep him on the ice.
I mean, right now, I kind of get that call. You know, right now, Dedham has a lot of offensive pressure on Westwood, and, you know, you don't want to run the risk of pulling him off too early and getting it, you know, and a goal like right there. They could have gotten it if you pulled him off there. So
Timmy Donovan with a nice move. Gets right around the Dedham player. Centering attempt goes through. No one there. Now Dedham trying to get it across the red line. Goalie still in the net. Minute 30 remaining here in the game. The goalie is working his way towards the net, and he comes off. So 6-on-5. Dumais with the puck. He's going for the net. And he scores! Brady Dumais with the empty netter.
on senior night, no less.
Senior night, no less. And he celebrates with his fellow seniors of the Den. And a big empty netter for the senior. Perfect timing as the goaltender was coming off the ice. A loose puck right in front of Dumais. He jumped on it, sent it right towards the net, got the empty net goal. A crucial goal to put the Wolverines up 2-0, but still a minute 18 remaining, but allows you a little breathing room to get the puck deep and to work towards closing out the game.
Still got to close it out. There's plenty of time for Dedham right now. We've seen 2 goals scored in the last minute of a play.
Well,
I'll go back to the Dover-Sherborne game here at the Canton Ice House just a month ago. So Westwood still has to keep the Jets on, but right now, all things are looking Westwood.
Martin on the forecheck. Wolverines on the defense. Strong entry by Dedham on the far side. Trying to take it towards the net. Malloy keeps him outside. And Westwood able to clear it out. That's going to be an icing. When the clock's still running. Clock's still running.
Oh, and
that clock ran about 12 seconds, 13 seconds, so they're going to need to reset that.
Dedham fans aren't happy with it.
No. They're going to reset that, and you're going to get the face-off right to the left of Jack Holland.
Dedham fans voicing their dismay there, and I get it. You know, with time is precious for them right now.
A good look on that near side, but kept out by Westwood. Went off the post, and we got Malloy with the helmet off again. He takes a bump. And we got a whistle. Couple words by, looks like McCabe and one of the Dedham players. But there's nothing louder than
the Den.
Goals and wins than anything you can say in a crowd. And it's also a winning attitude. You know, when you've been there, done that, you have nothing to say. Nothing needed to say. Actions do the talking. Face off on the outside, 37 seconds remaining. Got the Donovan line out there. Timmy Donovan on the draw. Nolan Lewis plays it, just advances it forward. Dedham going to go D to D. Inside 30 seconds. McCabe was going up to play the hit there, but that puck was just sent right into the Westwood zone. Ooh. Loose stick. Came off of the hands of Matt Donovan. It looked like it hit his brother. No harm, no foul there. 11 seconds. Puck loose. Lewis gets it out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to do it here at the Ice House. A big win for your Westwood Wolverines, who are co-TVL champs with Norwood for the first time since 2019. Amazing. Congratulations, absolutely, to the Wolverines, the senior class, the coaching staff. Come away with a TVL championship for the first time in 6 years. Terrific.
And Morgan, our last home game here for the regular season. We still have the playoffs for the regular season, but 2024-25 was a dominant year for Westwood hockey. The girls need no explanation. Number one team in the state, TVL champion, and now your boys, their first TVL championship since 2019, co-champions with Norwood. What a year it's been for Westwood hockey, and the programs that have been built by Coach Hilberg and Siebert, and the streak and everything we've seen this season and continuing that, that's just what Westwood hockey is made of, and we saw it tonight. We saw what the Westwood Boys Hockey team is made of as we get ready to go into the playoffs. What a great win, dominant win for Westwood, off of goals from Nolan Lewis and the Dagger and Brady Dumais.
Yes, and not done yet, folks. Westwood got 2 more games left, and folks, playoffs. And you did not hear, or you could say you heard it from me here first, if you're still watching, but I heard from a little birdie that the 25th, actually the 26th of February is a date that they're targeting if there's home games here for Westwood. That might be the day where they have it here. But we won't know until the brackets come out, which is most likely Saturday, a week from today, where the brackets will be out, teams will know who they're playing, and then the arrangements will be made when it comes to who, what, where, when, and why. So that is going to do it here from the Ice House. Westwood 2-0 winners over Dedham, and a TVL large win in Westwood, your 2025 TVL large champs. Co-champs with Norwood. A remarkable season and a remarkable goal accomplished that the Wolverines had set out at the beginning of the season. And folks, thank you so much for tuning along this season. And obviously stay tuned for what's to come in the postseason. But take care, folks. Thank you again. We'll see you all soon. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of your Westwood Boys Hockey. We're looking forward to covering a game in the very, very near future.